Well, it's very clear that Prime Minister is completely confused. He is not sure about winning this election. In 2019, he had Balakot, and suddenly 6% votes went up. Now there is no issue like that. He thought Ram Mandir will become an issue, and it will polarize the people. It did not polarize the people. Everybody celebrated the event. Now, I'll be very happy if he discusses Congress manifesto and criticizes the points that were raised. But he's not engaging in the constructive debate on the Congress manifesto. But calling it Muslim League manifesto and all that is a childish criticism. And I don't know what to say on that. A person like Prime Minister of India, leader of Bharatiya Janata Party, should engage with the opposition on issues. His performance of last 10 years, the promises that he made before 2014 which he did not fulfill, will he fulfill them now, or those are only jumlas? So I think Congress party will like to engage with the Prime Minister or with the Bharatiya Janata Party on issues facing the people.
PM has also stated that Congress is creating confusion on the name of Constitution.
No. There is no confusion about name or all that. BJP is claiming that they want 270 seats in Lok Sabha. That number has a significance. If you want to change the constitution, we require 2/3 majority in both houses. In Lok Sabha, 2/3 works out to more than 260 or so. His MP, Jayaprakash Hegde or whatever, has said very much that please give us 2/3 majority so that we can change the constitution. And we know that while the constitution was being adopted in 1950, at that time the RSS said that we do not need a new constitution, we had Manusmriti. Therefore, our direct allegation is that if he gets a 2/3 majority, he will attempt to change the constitution. My request to the Bharatiya Janata Party is that he should make a public pronouncement that there will be no attempt to change the constitution wholesale, to neutralize all the institutions of democracy. I think all we want is India to remain a liberal democracy. We want true, genuine democracy to survive in India. We don't think that is happening today. Now, if he gets a third term, it will never happen. Constitution will be mutilated. So there is no confusion in that.
So, talking about the seat sharing point, in three disputed Lok Sabha seat, Bhiwandi, Satara, and Mumbai's South Central Mumbai seat, how do you see the local cadre?
Not Satara.
How do you see the local cadre of Congress is doing? There seems to be upset, and how the Congress is tackling this.
See, we have dispute with Shiv Sena on 2 seats. And we had a dispute with NCP, Sharad Pawar Group on 1 seat. But out of 48 seats, we amicably settled 45 seats, which is no mean task because for the first time, 3 parties are fighting in an alliance. Now, naturally, cadres in the 2 respective constituencies of Sangli and South Central Mumbai genuinely feel that the candidate which Congress party is offering would have a better chance of defeating BJP than the alternatives. That's all. Now, Congress cadres there are pleading with the Congress party to reconsider the decision, and it is their right as Congress party workers to agitate, to appeal to their leadership, which they are doing. I think there is nothing wrong in trying to attempt to make sure that we win both the seats. And I think that matter, of course, the Congress authorities have finally ruled. But this is an attempt to appeal to the Congress authorities and to Shiv Sena authorities.
And talking specifically about the Sangli seat, is there any chance that the candidate may be changed?
No, I can't speculate on that. There is a demand of the workers which have been conveyed to the Congress leadership and the Shiv Sena leadership.
सर, ऐसा हो सकता है कोई इंडिपेंडेंट खड़ा कर सकती है कांग्रेस और उसको सपोर्ट कर सकती है, बिकॉज देयर आर रिपोर्ट्स सेइंग दैट।
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं। एक फ्रेंडली फाइट की बात हो रही थी, उसको भी हमने मना कर दिया कि नहीं, ऐसी बात नहीं होती। और मैं समझता हूं कि कांग्रेस कार्यकर्ता, उनका अधिकार है अपील करने का, लेकिन एक बार अंतिम अपील उनका खारिज हो जाएगा तो उसके बाद महाविकास आघाड़ी का प्रचार शुरू हो जाएगा।
सर, एक ओवरऑल नेशनल पर्सपेक्टिव के हिसाब से बात करें तो जिस तरह से सीए और एनआरसी जिस तरह से लागू करने की बात हो रही है, ममता बनर्जी ने संकेत दे दिए हैं कि बंगाल में इसको लागू नहीं किया जाएगा। आज उनका भाषण था ईद के वक्त, उन्होंने इस तरह की घोषणा की। किस तरह से देखते हैं आप नेशनल पर्सपेक्टिव के हिसाब से?
देखिए, मैं समझता हूं कि किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी में भाजपा के झांसे में नहीं आना चाहिए। भाजपा देश को बांटना चाहती है, चाहे कश्मीर के मुद्दे हो, कश्मीर के जो 3 हिस्सों में बांटा गया है, यूनियन टेरिटरी बनाया गया है, सीएए एनआरसी का मुद्दा हो, राम मंदिर का भी मुद्दा उठा के उन्होंने बांटने की कोशिश की, लेकिन उसका उनको कोई रिजल्ट नहीं मिला। तो एनआरसी इतने दिन से ठंडे बस्ते में था, लेकिन चुनाव आते ही उन्होंने फिर से शुरू कर दिया है। ममता जी ने अपनी बात कही है, लेकिन मैं यही कहूंगा कि विदेशों से भी टिप्पणी हो रही है। जिस तरह से केजरीवाल को अरेस्ट किया गया है, एनआरसी और सीए के बारे में भी देश की छवि धूमिल हो रही है। लेकिन मोदी जी किसी भी कीमत पर सत्ता में आना चाहते हैं, और सत्ता में आने के लिए उनको धार्मिक ध्रुवीकरण करना पड़ेगा, रिलीजियस पोलराइजेशन करना पड़ेगा, उसकी वो पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं।